Hey everyone, Paradox CCG here. I'm Ryan and I'm bringing you a update on my Baby Raccoon deck profile. Many of you will already have noticed I just updated my Baby Raccoon deck profile. Yeah, this is because I thought of something that I needed to replace, and I didn't want anyone like coming to net deck me or anything and then putting the wrong thing in. So yeah, let me do that really quickly. So, generic, generic. We don't play any more, any less, because you can't play more and you should not play less. Two Bellerophon, because you it clogs, I guess. You don't really need three. Really good. This kind of clogs, but yeah, two Cerebral. It's great for XC plays, even though many view it as something to just use as a tuner, but it makes really great XC plays with Bellerophon. Really, it's a really good combo. Two Wind Up Kitten. I still have not bumped this up to three, mainly because I don't have a third one, but I'm probably not going to pump it up to three anyway because it's great at two. It's a really good two of. Very, very good two of. Countess, I'm still not pumping this up to two because it's cloggy and I never ever want the possibility of opening up with more than one of these. Tree Otter. Tree Otter is Tree Otter. It's another name for Obedient Scold and it bumps up your token by 1,000. Key Mouse. Yeah, it's a Pikachu Key Mouse. But yeah, Key Mouse, most of my update for this is because of Key Mouse. Because it's a level 1 tuner, I wanted to put another Synchro monster in, just because I don't want Key Mouse to go dead most of the time. Thunder King Ryo, it's Mistake on Legs, it's, And Vanity's Fiend. So, this is new. I took out Grand Mole for this. This card is the main reason the guy at the Puerto Rican regionals topped at top 16. He actually said himself that this card, if he had not put one of these in his main deck, that he probably would have not have gotten to top 16 at all. So basically, you make your field, typically just Naturi Beast or Naturi Beast and Sandaiyu or something, but you typically really want Naturi Beast, and then you make Vanity's Fiend also. Because it can't be Raigeki because you can just mill two, and they can't special summon to get over your Naturi Beast. So this is really good against Necros. This is really, really good against Burning Abyss. It's good against, I guess, Cliverts. Not really because they don't really special summon. But yeah, good against Shadows. Definitely good against Shadows because it's 2400. They can't make Window. You can attack over it with Window. Or you can attack over Window with this. Yeah, that's why I decided to put that in. I still use two Mythic Water Dragons. It works very, very well. Basically, just because Burning Abyss is still running around, even though everyone thought one tour guide was going to hit the deck really hard, it really did not get hit that hard. So you really need that way to make Leo. And against Cliffords, because they're running towers now, everything is like Towers Turbo, you really need to be able to make Star Eater. But because of a spell card I didn't realize that would actually attack over Cliffords, I thought you really needed just Star Eater. But there's a spell card that I actually had been using that really helps out against towers that I did not even know. Spells are all the same. It's 3 Obedient Scold, 3 Airs Rock. Never run less. Can't run more. I would run one more Airs Rock if I could, but you can't. So yeah, never any less. And this is the card that actually gets over towers because if you have, let's see, let me try to do math. Yeah, if you have 4 monsters on the field and you equip this to a Sandaiyu, you can attack with Sandaiyu over towers. Or just like equip it to a to Naturi Beast, and if you have Naturi Beast, you can attack over towers with it. Raigeki, Soul Charge, and Book of Moon. And onto the spell, or onto the traps, I mean. 3 Fiendish Chain, obvious, I don't like breakthrough skill in this deck, it's a back row deck. 2 mistakes. Generic, we don't search. Every Raccoon deck should have at least 2 mistakes. I don't have 3 because mistake is expensive. 2 Threatening Roars because you want a chainable trap, you don't want a trap that will just get popped by Trishula or Pistol Space Typhoon. So if Trishula is summoned, you have to activate it on the summon. You can't activate it after Trishula's effect resolves, because its effect resolves and then it chooses the targets. So you need to activate it on summon. You cannot activate it after the resolution. So, yeah, always keep that in mind if you're running Threatening Roar. Vanity's Emptiness, Solemn, and Ring. These are my one-ofs. I like these one-ofs. This is because I don't like Denko Sekka, this is because of Jin, and this is because it's broken. On to the extra deck. 3 Sandayu, never run less, because if one of them gets if one gets bounced back and the other gets destroyed, then you have that second one to go back into the lock with. You really don't want to run any less than that. And the other rank 2s I have Centauria, Phoenix, and then Downard. Phoenix, double attack. Centauria, it's another compulse, and Downard is just to get rid of your used up rank 2s. I view all of these as mandatory, especially Centauria. Like, these are mandatory already, but I would view that goes to Phoenix is not necessarily mandatory, but this is mandatory. I actually found myself going into this much more at YCS Columbus than I did ever think I would ever, because I didn't think it was going to be that good at first, and then, like, wow, it surprised the hell out of me. So, Phoenix is okay. It's good just to do that extra damage, especially with United We Stand. And then Downard, every deck should use Downard, but it's not. I guess it's not mandatory if you just want to keep the lock. But the lock does get slow, and it goes into overtime. So yeah, you just want to poke. And this is what I put in for Key Mouse. It's Mistbird Colossalus. Basically, I'm sure you guys have heard of this card because Colossalus. And then, so yeah, once per turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls. Its attack becomes 0, and if it does, its effects are negated. These changes last until the end phase of this turn. So pretty much, you use Key Mouse if you draw Key Mouse by accident or something, and then just use Key Mouse on something. It has 2300 defense, and then you'll have something else, like, so if they have, like, a Brio, or if they Trish you, and then you have just Key Mouse in hand or something, and then you top deck a level 2 monster, or Obedient School or something, and you just need to get rid of that Trish, just, like, make this, make it, 0 attack, and then attack with the other one. Or just use it when you have a full field. You can't make it when you have Obedient School, though, or during the same turn as Obedient School, but it's a great card to have if you have that dead Key Mouse. The rest is pretty much the same. 1 Unicorn, this card is Bay, and Herald. Herald is broken. It's like Macrocosmos and, let's see, Macrocosmos and Solemn Judgment in one card. Like, this card is, oh my god. One Naturi Beast. I took one. I had 2 last time. I took the other one out for the Colossalus. Yeah, Naturi Beast is a heart and soul deck, pretty much. Armades, the other level 5 I have. I don't like too many level 5s, because I don't want to focus around level 5s. I pretty much want to focus around the XC plays and getting out Naturi Beast, or Barkion. And possibly even Leo and Star Eater, but definitely this is really... If you're going to use any other level 5 other than Naturi Beast, it needs to be Armades, because Armades is just broken. Barkion, yay, for trap negation. It's the best level 6 synchro, I guess. Other than this, maybe, but for this deck, definitely. This is the other level 6 I use. It's fantastic. It's the best other option other than Barkion. And it's good just to have a beater and, like, steal your opponent's stuff. Like, if you're playing against the Teller Knights and you attack their Deneb, you can take their Deneb so that they can't use it. And even if the Satellers get hit on the ban list, and they have, like, 1 Altair or something, like, if Altair goes to 1, you, like, attack their Altair, take it, and they can't use it. Yeah, really good 2 cards to have. And then Leo and Star Eater. Leo, I love this super rare. Oh lord, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, but it's so shiny. It's so amazing. Yes, Leo and Star Eater, Burning Abyss, Clifford's. These are the best 2 outs for those 2 decks, I guess. If you have no United We Stand, just make this with Mythic Water Dragon. It's really, really good. Leo is probably the best, like, the best generic synchro in the game, most likely. Maybe Goya Guardian. No, Leo. Definitely Leo. And the extra deck, or side deck, I mean. 3 MSTs. I don't like them in the main because of Necroz. Maybe next format, if Necroz gets hit and they start running traps or something, I'll main 2. But for now, I side them. And there's another change. I use 3 Trapstones now because I took one of the vanities out and put it in my main deck, and I had an extra space. So, Trapstone, it's a really good card to have against like Volcanics and Yosenjus, Ritual Beasts, Cliffords. Oh my god, Cliffords. Yeah, it's a very good card to have because your deck can really get stopped by Vanity's Emptiness or Skill Drain, especially Skill Drain. So you need, and Yosenjus, they main Macrocosmos, like, oh my god, like, you need to have this in the side deck for that. Because you will lose to Macrocosmos. You cannot do anything against Macrocosmos. Stall game. If you're game 3 and there's like 3 minutes left, just side this in and poke for damage. 2 Imperial Iron Wall. Stops Ritual Beasts. It stops BLS, but you don't side it in for BLS. But Necroz. Side it in against Necroz and Ritual Beasts. And any other like random banished deck that you might go up against. Yeah. Light Imprisoning Mirror for Seraphs and Satellar Knights. This card is probably the best out for those. And if somehow, like, someone brings a Lightsworn deck or something, just, like, they can't activate effects in the grave, it just shuts them down completely. I know the Lightsworns are getting really good new support. I used to run Lightsworn Rulers before the Rulers got banned, and I know this card really, really hurts that deck. So, in the future, when we get the new Lightsworn support, definitely have these in your side deck. Flying Sea, Burning Abyss, Satellars, any really, really spammy XC deck, and then the second Vanity's Fiend. Leave a comment in the comment section, guys, if you can think of a better one than Vanities, because I'm not sure if I want to keep this at a 1 of in the side deck, if I could just like side this in against a deck that like spam summons, but yeah, for now I just have this in. Like, I guess maybe like a third mistake or something, but yeah, leave me a comment in the section below. Let me know what you think of Vanity's Fiend. And then let me know what you think of the rest of the deck. What do you think of my side deck? What do you think of my extra deck? Putting Colossalus in. Ooh, and what do you think about my tokens? I know everyone always asks where I get the tokens, so leave a comment about the tokens. And comment, rate, and subscribe. Let us know what other decks you want to see. And yeah, peace out, guys.